Guys, the cold is coming. It's about to get mega cold here in the DFW area, like high in the teens. I have some cars that I want to do some speed runs on, and we got to get these speed runs done before the cold comes because it's hard to get traction when it's cold, and things break easier when it's cold. Which both of those things are bad when we're trying to do speed runs. Oh man, what is up guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog. Guys, the last review I did it on the brushed Bandit. I wanted to test to see how well it would do as a box stock class, meaning we take it straight out of the box and run it on the track. It was pretty awesome. I actually really enjoyed driving it. And the whole time I was like, you know what? The VXL version is awesome. I actually did a review on the VXL version way back in the day. I'll put a link in the eye above. But what I don't have is the new VXL version. And look at this beauty. My goodness, this thing looks so amazing. So whenever these first released, I saw this purple, pink, and teal paint scheme, and I was like, I have to have it. I ended up finding one, and guys, I couldn't be any more pleased with this thing. I put the pink wheelie bar on it. Oh, it looks so good. So if you're wondering what the difference is between the VXL and the brush version, the XL5 version, there's a whole bunch of differences. The first obvious difference is the power system. You now have the VXL 3S power system. This brushless system, awesome. It can definitely push these cars up to 70 miles an hour. You also get the adjustable turnbuckles, which is really, really nice, especially if you want to tune on the suspension. It comes with the Magnum 272R transmission, which this is the same transmission that's in the Drag Slash. Very robust transmission. It has a metal motor plate, which is really nice if you want to really get down into tightening the motor screws really hard. It also has an upgraded servo. So I believe the brush version has a 2056 servo. This has a 2075, which is their higher end servo that comes on their RTRs. It's actually a really good servo. It's what we use in Spec Slash, and we rarely have problems with it. Another thing is the VXL version comes with TSM, and when you're driving at those super high speeds, the TSM, it's a car saver. Seriously. Makes it so easy to drive. You can drive with so much confidence. And because it has TSM, it's also going to have the TQI radio that you can now use a Bluetooth module for. If you ask me, it's definitely worth all the upgrades you get over the standard brush Bandit. And most importantly for me, it comes with this beautiful, beautiful body. My goodness. So on my last video, guys, I put the brand new BL2S brushless system in my TRX4, the beautiful K5 Blazer. However, you guys asked some good questions in the comments, and one of the questions was, am I getting full throttles? Since I tricked the ESC into thinking reverse is forward and forward is reverse, there was a speculation that reverse isn't 100%, so I wasn't getting full throttle. So we're going to test that now, and how we're going to test that is I'm going to put it in the low gear mode, and we're just going to go full brake, and we're just going to go full throttle and then full reverse, and you guys can be a judge, and I'll judge too to see if it looks like full throttle or not. All right, low gear, full throttle. Low gear, full reverse. Full throttle. Full reverse. It looks the same to me. What do you guys think? Does it look the same? I feel like I'm getting the same. Reverse and forward are the same speed. And the other thing people questioned is whether it could crawl very well, since it doesn't have any drag brake, and it doesn't have any drag brake, but I feel like when in low gear it has enough like mechanical drag brake to still be okay on rocks. But nonetheless, even though it's super cold, I think the wind chill is like 0 or something. We're still gonna do some crawling and see how she does. drives just fine. Now, it doesn't have all the crazy drag brake settings that you'd want on a hardcore crawler. However, I don't really crawl that much. And when I do, I mean, that's about the extent that I crawl, and it performed just fine. I do think it's going to be better for a trail truck, though. Faster than a 3S on a 2S? Not bad. So we're going to do a quick review today. I'm really just going to go out and drive it. I just want to drive. This is a fun car to drive. We're going to get some footage of me driving it, and I'll just tell you guys what I think. I know the 272R transmission is much smoother than the old transmission that was on the Bandit VXL, but either way, we're going to test and find out. Guys, I absolutely love this car. Now, I completely roasted a set of tires. Look at that. Completely roasted a set of tires in one 3S battery pack. Granted, it was cold, but it just has so much freaking power that it just blows the tires up. But with that said, it has so much power, but with the wheelie bar, it's extremely controllable. With TSM, like, not one time did I flip over, did I lose control. It's so much fun. It can pretty much pull wheelies and ride them at any speed you want. So much fun. Now, I didn't take it off-road. Obviously, you can race it off-road. Now, if you decide to race it off-road, I highly recommend you do not run it on 3S. However, because this car is so small and light, it can go off-road. It's probably not the best off-road, especially if the terrain's really, really rough. It's going to bounce around a lot, hit chassis a lot. But in a parking lot on the cement, oh my God. This thing's a freaking beast. The interesting thing about this car is when you're in the store, it's probably not going to be the one that really jumps out at you. It's not the most striking vehicle in regards to like aesthetics and the way it looks. However, when you're driving it in that parking lot or wherever you're driving it at the park and you're ripping with 3S, people turn heads. Like, I had cars actually pull into that parking lot, stop and just watch me drive because they were just blown away about how fast. And it's crazy that it gets that type of reaction, yet it's the cheapest 3S brushless car that Traxxas offers. Now, when I got this one, I had a really hard time finding it. On the Traxxas website, they're out of stock, and I couldn't find any at my local hobby shop. I don't know what's going on, but I highly recommend if you can find one of these, go ahead and pick it up. You will not be disappointed. Worst case scenario, for 330 bucks, it comes with some pretty good electronics. You could use the electronics in other vehicles, but I think you keep it just like this and just drive it when you're out there wanting to have fun. And I still stand by it that in regards to speed, this is the best bang for the buck. A couple of other things that I forgot when I was talking about the differences between the brush and the brushless version. The brushless version does come with hex hardware, meaning you don't have to use a Phillips head screwdriver, which is a pain in the butt. That was one of my complaints about the brush version. And if you're gonna pick one of these up, go ahead and pick up a wheelie bar. This wheelie bar is just fine. This is like the standard Traxxas wheelie bar. But if you get like the drag slash wheelie bar, that will make it extremely stable on high speed runs. A little less agile just in general because the wheelie bar is so long. But whenever I did high speed runs, like hardcore high speed runs with this car, I did have that big old drag slash wheelie bar. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.